Hey, so I wanted to make an update on living stealth and how that's gone for me for the past, I don't know how long it was since I made my last video. Not long, but long enough that I have some observations I wanted to share. So, I'm at school and I started last week, and my program has not that many people in it, like between 10 and 15. And we're all like in the same classes, so I'm exposed to the same people over and over again. I guess like I'm gonna get close to them or whatever. People keep saying like the friends you make in grad school or the friends you'll have for the rest of your life or whatever. I mean, uh, obviously I haven't been there very long, so I haven't made close friends, but I'm gonna be with these people a lot, regardless of whether or not we do become close. And then I am TAing and like doing graduate assistantship kind of stuff. So I have like a job and school. Uh, I have been surprised how little being trans has come up. It hasn't come up at all, obviously, but like there haven't been any situations where I've been tempted to tell anyone or who I felt like I should have told them or anytime, like even if I weren't thinking consciously about being stealth, I think I would still be stealth at this point because like there literally has been no reason to tell anyone. And even though I've been on testosterone for so long and I've been living as male for so long, I'm surprised how little people would even guess. Like, I'm just unequivocally male, and I haven't gotten to have that experience before, and it's really nice. I'm in a statistics class and we were talking about gender, and nobody turned and looked at me when the professor was introducing the concept of like gender as binary or non-binary in how you measure it. No one turned and went like, I'm so used to being the token trans person, and it was really reassuring and nice to not have everybody stare at me. It's also just generally been interesting to see the types of things that people talk to me about, because I think people are less guarded or trying to be politically correct around me because they don't know that I am LGBT at all. So people have said things to me that are like borderline homophobic, not like about me, but like about other people, and I'm just like, why do you think that's okay to say? And I've never had people do that, really, because people have always been like, oh, I shouldn't say that, I might offend him. It's not necessarily, it's like not a good thing, but it's an interesting thing. There has been one instance where I've been like, is this going to be awkward to be stealth? And that is that I'm in a class where we're supposed to really like write our feelings and our perspectives. And I, as someone who is keeping a part of themselves concealed, and I do see it that way to a certain extent, I am gonna have problems with that. And like I've said, like I've had no problems not sharing my trans status with people. The problem is that I otherwise would feel comfortable sharing, in a writing assignment, except that if it got out to other people, I would not be comfortable with that. So I'm keeping a part of myself private that I otherwise wouldn't in my writing assignments, just because it is the stakes are kind of high that I don't want it to get out, and it's something that I would consider to be probably really interesting to other people, and so if it comes out to one person, it'll probably come out to everybody, especially since it's such a small program. So it sucks because we're going to be writing about LGBT stuff, and I am not going to be able to share that perspective. But I think it's worth it to me, just because, like, I really don't want to be out to these people, particularly considering, like, things that people have said. Not that I don't think they would be perfectly nice to me and everything, but, like, I like being viewed as normal and not being tokenized, and I can totally see myself being tokenized if I come out. one thing that I really don't like about being stealth is I have this fear of appearing to be too knowledgeable on LGBT issues that people are going to think. Like, I don't think anyone looks at me and they wonder if I'm male or if I'm trans, but I don't want to put it in their mind. Like, if I educate them too much on trans issues, they might suddenly be like, is he trans? I know that's really unfair because, for instance, my partner knows a lot about trans issues. She's not trans. And I could easily say that I have a close friend who's trans because that would be true. I have several close friends who are trans, but I just don't want it to be on people's radar. And that makes me feel kind of guilty that I'm not being an advocate for my own, like, people. um, and that sucks. I don't know. I'm hoping that that will lessen as time goes on. I mean, I have perfectly legitimate excuses for being really knowledgeable on trans issues. I was a women and gender studies minor in college, and a lot of people in my department are interested in gender. Like, they usually mean they're interested in feminism when they say gender, not like gender variance, but they're interested in gender. And so it wouldn't be unusual for me to be knowledgeable about those things. But I still feel like, I don't know, I feel like I have to play dumb, and that's weird. So, uh, yeah, I definitely have noticed that the the first few days I had this like huge layer of like artificial artificiality where I was like, I have to be this like drone like everybody else, and now I'm like way more comfortable, even though it's only been like a week. Where I'm like, okay, so clearly people aren't whispering behind my back about how I'm really weird, so I must be doing fine. I can just be myself. And I mean, myself, I am kind of weird, but uh, I think that people who get to know me just accept, like, oh, he's weird. He's not like off. I don't know if I'm making sense. But yeah, so I am a little nervous about my videos being out here and like Tumblr, being out on Tumblr and everything. But I figure, like, as I mentioned before, if people find that, then they're really digging, and what can I do? So I just hope that if someone does figure it out or find out somehow, that they'll be respectful and not spread it around or whatever. But yeah, so that's my first update. Hopefully things settle in even more. I'll continue updating because I think this is something like not a whole lot of people are talking about on YouTube. So yeah.